All right. Well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is Saturday, March 25th. If you're live, if you're watching on YouTube, it's whatever day you're watching. So get ready for an hour of healthy movement. The focus today is going to be on hips and a little bit of core. And the equipment you'll need besides your chair, your trusty chair, it's going to be a tissue. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing and 2 blocks because we're going to do the progressive figure 4 for the hip flexor. So we're going to start the way we normally do with legs up on a chair for 7 minutes. Now you want to make sure that your legs or knees are up on a chair or couch. Your hips are in neutral position, not forward or backward. And you want to just breathe normally and bring yourself into the room. We're going to be doing this for 7 minutes. Let me set my timer. Seven minutes. Excuse me. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. And you can fold your tongue under the roof of your mouth and slowly move your head to the right and to the left about 5 or 6 times. Remember to move slowly. Okay. Finish up. We're going to do vagus nerve reset. We're all familiar with this. Your head is facing forward and just your eyes are going to move. So you start by moving your eyes to the right until you feel a sigh, a swallow, a yawn, or a gulp. Just thinking about it makes me yawn. What we're doing is we're activating the vagus nerve that comes down both sides of our skull. Ooh, there we go. In case we haven't mentioned it recently, this is for stress relief. So eyes back to center. And then you move just your eyes, your eyeballs to the left. Wait for that sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Your eyes can be open or closed. So I want you to do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing. I'll give you a couple of minutes. We're like resetting ourselves here, resetting our nervous system. Okay, finish up. And the next thing we're doing is head ramping. Now you can leave whatever support you've got under your head there, or you can put whatever you choose. Therapy balls, I like the sponge ball. We're doing head ramping. Now you can also do this sitting up if you choose. You don't need to have anything behind your head when you do that, of course. But what we're doing is we are pressing the occipital ridge, that bony part between the ears that runs along the scalp line, away from our body. If we're on the floor, of course, we're pressing it towards the floor. If you're sitting up, you would press it towards the back wall. What we're doing is reversing text neck, computer neck, phone neck. You know, we're always looking down at stuff. So this reverses that. So Just press and hold and release, and press and hold and release. Excuse me. This will also make you yawn, just so you know. Press and hold and release. 2 more times. Press and hold. Ooh. And release. Last one. Press, hold, and release. Okay. Now go ahead and come up to a sitting position. Push your chair away for the moment. Now you can sit any way you find comfortable, cross-legged, Z pose, hero pose, whatever you find comfortable. And grab a tissue. You're going to need this. We're going to do alternate nostril breathing. Let me get a little closer. So alternate nostril breathing is a breathing exercise. So what you do is you use 2 fingers like L, not against your head like a loser. No. We're going to take our index finger and press our left nostril. Inhale. Exhale. Take your thumb, press your right nostril. Inhale. Exhale. And then go back and forth. Inhale. We're breathing through our nose. The reason you have your tissue is it will make your nose run. It makes my nose run. You may find that, excuse me, one nostril is more clear than the other. That's always the case. It is. Your nostrils go back and forth with being clear. So go ahead and blow your nose if you need to. And while we're sitting, we're going to do our stretches that we normally do. Let me adjust mine. Yeah, just a little here. Oh. So we're going to start with the side bend with lat stretch that we always do, 40 seconds. Right hand along the mat, other arm up and over. Both sits bones are on the floor. Just go over as far as you can. Be aware of where you feel that stretch. Now lower your arm till it's parallel to the floor. Feel a different area that you're being stretched. Reach for that wall. Okay, arm up, torso up. Good job. Other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm up and over. Keep both sits bones on the floor. Just go over as far as you can. Now lower your arm till it's parallel. You'll feel a different stretch. Okay. Arm up, torso up. Good job. Now we're going to do spine rotation. Let's go ahead and switch our legs. Spine rotation. Your left hand is on your right knee. Your right arm is behind you. Spider fingers. And then we rotate. In this case, we're looking to the right. Now you've got options with your head. You can move your head back and forth if you want to loosen up your neck. You can move your rib cage back and forth. You can do them. You can do both, just not at the same time. Or you can just relax, enjoy the sensation of the stretch. Notice where you're feeling it in your body. All right, come on around. And other side. Right hand on left knee, left arm behind you. Rotate. You've got your options here. I like this stretch. It wakes my body up. Okay. Good job. Now we're going to do the flat back hip hinge. Now, if you have trouble doing this sitting on the floor, go ahead and sit on your chair, or you can just rotate your torso instead of coming down. Now, what you want to do is keep your back as straight as possible. We go down towards your knee. You're not going to go all the way down because you're keeping your back straight. Across, and then up, and then down to the left knee, across, and then up. So we're going to do this 5 or 6 times. So 1, across, up, down, across, up, 2, 3, 4, we'll do one more. 5, down, across, up, down, across. Okay, good job. Now, we're going to go back into a supine position. If you noticed, we did not do hypopressives. We're going to do the thing that Via's been doing lately. I personally, and this is just me, find that much more effective than the hypopressives. The hypopressives were fine, but this seems to work for me a little bit better. So our legs are straight. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate our hips down. Actually, no, excuse me. Rotate our hips so our belly button is being pressed towards the floor. So our hips are being rotated forward. Belly button is pressed toward the floor. We're going to hold that for the count of 15. We're going to take a couple of breaths first and then hold that for a count of 15. So inhale. Excuse me. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, on the next inhale, exhale, we're going to hold our breath out like we do with hypopressives. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Press your belly button towards the floor. Your hips are going to tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale all the way out. Press that belly button to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Press that belly button in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, done with that. Now, go ahead and bend your legs. Put your feet flat on the floor. We're going to do leg lifts. So your knees are bent, your feet are flat. And when we lift, we're just going to keep the same angle as our legs. So that would be one and then the other. We're going to do alternates. So up and down, up and down, keeping the same bend in your leg, in your knees, up and down. When you're up, your thigh is going to be, your knee is going to be pointed towards the ceiling. So your thigh is directly up. Up. I know it's hard to see with the black against the dark. There's 3, 4. 5. This is 6. All right. And now straighten your left leg. Keep your right leg bent. we're going to do knee drops on each side. We're starting on the right. So just drop it. It may not go as far as this, as I do. I'm pretty loose in my hips. Just as far as you can without straining, without engaging your hip or your torso. So down and up. And this is, you're not moving from your waist up, or actually your hips up. You want to keep this whole area stationary. And one more. I wasn't counting, but it feels like 6. Okay, let's do the other one. Straighten your right leg, and your left leg is up. And then just knee drop to the left. You may find that on either side, you can drop further than the other. That's normal. We don't want to engage our hip at this point, just the leg part. So when you find your hip being engaged, you've just gone too far. Just let it drop naturally as far as feels good before engaging. And then back up. This is for your hip flexors. Okay, 2 more. Down and up. And down and up. Okay, good job. All right, now we're going to go ahead and do some core work here. And what we're doing is tabletop, straight leg. Now, if you have difficulty with this, there are options. You can do one leg at a time. You can just lift your leg like we did before, or you can extend your leg without doing it from the tabletop. For example, you can just extend and come back, and extend and come back. You can do that with either leg. You can also put your hands under your hips. This might make it easier for this movement. It does for me. So here we go, 10 times. So 1, we're not touching the ground. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're past the halfway point. 7, 8, 9, almost there. 10. All right. Okay, good job, guys. Let's take a quick breather here. That's a tough one. Okay. Now we're going to do the figure 4 progressive with 2 bricks. So you want to have 2 bricks or a reasonable facsimile. You can have 2 really thick books or anything else that would support you. So we're going to start by pulling our right knee back and then putting it on our left knee, our right ankle on our left knee. Now, when you do this, you want to pull your knee back as far as you can before you move your foot. Our knees are meant to go up and down, not back and forth. We don't want to twist it. So this is position 1. We're going to be here for, 40 seconds. Now, in all of these positions, you can rock back and forth. You can push on your knee. I don't recommend this if you've had knee surgery, but you can gently push on your knee. You can take your foot that's in the air and rotate your ankle, or point and flex your foot. Or you can just be in the position, just be. It's up to you. Now, at any of these levels, if you have trouble with a level, you can stay at any of the levels you choose. We end up looking like a pretzel and feeling like a pretzel. So if you can't do that, don't worry about it. Just stay at the level you're most comfortable with. That was level 1. Level 2 is putting a brick under your lower foot and setting the timer. 40 seconds. Again, you have your same options. You can play with your foot, you can press on your knee, you can point and flex both feet or just the one. Wiggle your toes. Anything past the time. 40 seconds. We got 6 seconds left. There we go. Okay. That was level 2. Level 3 is with 2 bricks. Now I have to undo myself to do that. So again, your foot's on 2 bricks. Pull your knee back as far as possible before we put that leg up there. 40 seconds. So on this one, you might feel it a little bit. In my case, my knee's a lot closer. So I can push on the knee and I can play with my foot. Wiggle your toes. Point and flex. Or just feel, at this point, you should be feeling a stretch. Okay. So the next level is putting your hands behind your thigh and having both legs in the air. Now, a lot of you might have trouble with that, and that's fine. Just, again, stay at whatever level you're comfortable with. 40 seconds on this one. So you can use a strap at this point or your hands. And so now both feet are free to do whatever they choose to do. And you should feel more of a stretch. I'm feeling it now, much more in my right upper thigh. Okay. And the last position. The last position is holding your calf. Now, that's where I really feel like a pretzel. Again, you stay at whatever position is most comfortable for you. Now, again, you can use a strap. I'm holding on to my calf. And again, my feet are free to do whatever they choose. If you find yourself struggling to breathe in this position, then back off and go to the last position you felt comfortable at. This is excuse me, a pretty extreme position. I feel like a pretzel, yes. But it's also the best for stretching. You can roll back and forth if you choose. There we go. That's it. Now we do the other side. I'm going to move my bricks. So, okay. Right leg's on the floor. Left knee comes back and then foot over. Excuse me. And 40 seconds. Okay. So this is position 1. Again, you can do whatever you choose with your foot. You can press on your knee. If you want, you can even rock back and forth a little bit. Okay. Position 1, or position 2, excuse me, that was 1. This is 2, putting a block under your lower foot. 40 seconds. Can do whatever with your feet that you choose. Wiggle your toes, right and flex. At this point, my knee is closer. It's easier for me to push on it. Okay. Next phase, second brick. On top of the first, foot on top, knee all the way back. There we go. 40 seconds. Excuse me. Seem to have a frog in my throat today. You can push on your knee, you can rotate your ankle, point and flex. Go back and forth from hip to hip. And if you hear, every time I point my foot, there's a crack noise. Okay. Now, position 3, oops, or 4, excuse me, is hands behind thigh. Again, you can use a strap, or if you're uncomfortable at this position, stay at the last position you're most comfortable at. This really puts a stretch in my thigh. You want to be able to breathe easily in any of these positions. So if any of them cause you to be out of breath, back off and go to the last one. There we are. Okay, last position. Hands on calf. I call this the pretzel position. And again, you can do whatever you want with your feet. They're both down in the air. You can roll back and forth just a little bit. Might feel a little bit more stretch when you do that. All righty. Here we go. That's it. Good job. Let me get my bricks out of the way. And what have I got next for you guys? Oh, yeah. We're going to come up to a standing position. We're going to do standing on one foot. So give me just a minute to set up. Make sure that you have something to hold on to, a wall or a chair or a couch or person when you're doing this, just to make sure. I do this in my kitchen a lot because I've got the counter there. So we're going to do just simple standing on one foot. The reason I have this platform is I've got carpet. And when you're standing on carpet, it's a lot harder. I need something flat. So when you're standing on one foot, you can do it a number of different ways. Put your foot in front. You can put your foot in back. You can put your knee up. You could even, actually try the tree position. When you do that, do not put your foot on your knee. Put it either above your knee or below your knee. Do not put weight on your knee going that way. So we're just going to do 30 seconds on each side. Very simple. So let me get my timer. Oops, I didn't set one for 30, so just bear with me for a second. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start, well, I'm going to start on the right side. So here we go, 30 seconds. Again, have something handy, but try not to lean on it if you don't have to. Best way to do this is to look straight ahead and focus on something in front of you, not the computer, just straight ahead. And it's hard to talk and do this at the same time. We're going to call that 30. I thought I'd set the timer, but I didn't, but that's okay. Now we'll do the other side. Okay. Up with the foot. Focus on something across the room. 30 seconds. Okay. Come on down. Good job, guys. Balancing on one foot is really important for your own balance so you don't fall. And also, and Via has said this, and I agree, that the better balance you have, the more chance you have of living longer and a more quality life. So we're going to come back to the mat. And we are going to sit with one leg extended and the other one bent. Now, if it only bends this way, that's good, but try to bend it so it's up against your thigh, if possible. If not, you can have both legs out if that's better for you. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do a stretch towards the extended leg. Arms are out straight, thumbs are facing the ceiling, back is as straight as possible, and you're facing forward like you're talking to somebody You're fascinated by their conversation, but you're leaning forward. So we're just going to go as far as we can. You may only go this far, and that's okay. But just go as far as you can. Now stretch with one arm. Now stretch with the other arm. One arm. And then the other. Now for me, this helps me go a little bit further. It may take some time for you to work up to that. And then one last stretch with both. Okay, good job. Now, before we go to the other side, we're going to try something. And this is new. So what you want to do is put your leg behind you or to the side, actually. And this leg is in front. And this is what we're going to attempt to do. And if you can't do it, that's okay. You want to raise up your hip and raise up your arm. So your hand is toward the ceiling, your hip is up, and you're on the one leg, and this leg is straight behind you. Small room. So if you are unable to do that, that's okay. You can just raise the arm up and feel the stretch. But we're going to see if we can hold that one for 30 seconds. So up we go. "30 seconds. If you need to come down, come down. Back leg is straight. Front leg is bent. So I'm on my hand, my knee, and my left foot. Arm is straight up to the air. Again, if you need to come down, come down. And then if you can, come back up. Okay, good job. All right. And then the third in this particular triplet is the Z pose, which is your legs are in a Z. And in this case, since my right leg is in front, I'm going to lean towards the right and go down. Now my hands are actually angled in, and then just go down as far as you can, and then come back up. Down, and then up, and then just once more. Down, and then up. Okay, good job. Now we're going to do the other side real quick. So we're running out of time. So your leg is out. The other leg is bent. Palms are facing each other. We stretch. You may find that you can stretch differently on this side. Totally normal. Stretch with your right. Stretch with your left. Right. Left. Right. One more time. Okay. Now stretch with both again. Okay. Now let's try that lift. So your top leg is extended, your front leg is bent, your hand is on the ground in front of you. You can just raise your arm like this, or raise your hip all the way up. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. So up we go. Excuse me. So your hand is reaching towards the ceiling. I know you can't see it. And your back leg is straight. You're on the side of your foot. your left hand, your left knee, and your right foot are all touching the ground, and then come on down. Okay. Good job. Go ahead and get ready for Yoga Nidra. Find a comfortable position. You might want to cover your eyes. Make sure that you're warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. I'm going to lead you through a 61-point guided meditation. When I refer to parts of the body, I want you to call your attention to it without moving. We're going to start with your breath. So be aware of your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your attention to the center of your eyebrows, the center of your throat. Excuse me, I'm going to have a sip of water. Right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point Yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and start to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above your head. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way and then the other. Stretch one side and then the other. Now, keep your left leg straight. Bring your right knee up to your chest and hold it there for just a minute. Thank you, knee, for all you do for me. Straighten that leg out. Take your left knee, bring it up to your chest and hold it. Thank you, knee. And straighten that out. Now bring both legs, both knees up to your chest and hold them while you rock back and forth, Massage your back, your organs. Feels good. Give yourself a little back rub against the floor. And then when you're ready, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as a pillow. This is our gratitude moment. We're going to sit here, or actually you're not sitting. We're going to lie here for a minute and just be grateful. Be grateful that you can move. Be grateful that you moved today. You're taking steps towards staying and being healthy, doing something for yourself. And I'm grateful for you. Otherwise, I'd be moving here by myself, talking to myself. I do anyway. So just, you deserve it. Take time to just rest for a moment. Now, when you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself up to sitting. You'll want to unmute yourself. I'm going to switch my view to gallery and remove my spotlight. There we go. Okay. Hands to your heart. And we didn't do much shoulder work today, but try pressing your hands together just to feel that they're there, and then soften. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in Healthy Movement today. Let's go ahead and end the class by saying to each other, Namaste.
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 Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Enjoyed the new exercises.
Yeah,
Good.
liked them. It was great.
Bye.